So when we look at this month of January and the zodiac of Capricorn, which comes after the time of Sagittarius, as we understand the twins, Jacob and Esau, and the Sage and the Sagittarius. But understand these twins also represent the hemisphere doors from the time of June and July of the tropical Cancer, which is the month of Tammuz, and between the times of Capricorn and Sagittarius. So we see Gemini and Cancer having a relation with the same way that the tropical Capricorn and Capricorn and Sagittarius in regards to the mythos. So when we see Tammuz and Nimrod and the crossing and the ancient Asiatics in their travels along these tropics, following the sun and the lunar mythos, design the ley lines and earth grid that we see today, Janus and Juno, and the significance of the twins and the taking of lands and the conquering of lands to place, the lands under your father's name. Now we have to understand why this is significant. When we look at the Americas and these Asiatic travelers, when they would leave the Americas, which is linguistically tied to mother, Amen, we understand Jacob and Esau, and the telling of Rebecca, the rib, we understand the rib and the ring of fire, to how to take Esau, the red. When we look at the Indian Ocean in India, in this location, and we're talking about red, and how to take these lands from Esau, the twin brother of Jacob. Now, this is also a satire in connections with Cain and Abel, and as well as how these mythos were translated into understanding mathematics and the principles and the calculation of the calendars of the 13th month. When we look at the Ethiopian and the Gregorian calendars, which are manipulations of the Coptic and ancient calendars of this 13th months. And we understand this 13th month was primarily for the month of the sun. So these chroniclings and why the new year and this time of Lent, this renewal process where people try to prepare for the spring and around this time of Easter and changing, right? Being a different person. So we see these festivals. We understand Lent and the 40 days and the fort. This particular pre-spring is significant to the fort. Okay, so the fort, when we look at from 180 degrees all the way to the time of Aquarius, understand the Super Bowl and the super basin of the Pacific Ocean, which borders the eastern border of 120 degrees west and the eastern border of 120 degrees east. From this period of time into the 40 days and 40 nights will bring you into the time of the Passover, which is the Taurus. So we understand these mythological significance from Valentine's Day, Lupercalia, and from these festivals of Lent, Fat Friday, and all of these different festivals that take place of these 40 days are markers to the Passover. We understand the Passover 14 days from the springing of the new year is the 14th and the 15th day of the Passover to cross over into the time of the Taurus.